The new 2024 iPads have all been delayed. These new iPads have long been rumored to come out in the spring of 2024, and new reports from insiders have been suggesting that the new iPads are not going to be coming out in April at all. When are these new iPads coming out? What's been going on? And I kind of also want to talk about the iPad mini, which is the iPad I'm looking forward to the most. But before I get into that, I do want to say that I'm doing a $100 Apple or Amazon giveaway. All you have to do is be a subscriber, comment down below, and give the video a thumbs up, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. So going back very recently, like I said, it was expected that these new iPads were going to come out in April or May. Now, some rumors had said that it's going to be all iPads, while I personally think that the iPad Pro and the iPad Air specifically were going to be released in the fall. Now, before I get into when exactly we can expect them, let's talk about the latest leaks and rumors surrounding the iPad mini. Now, there has been rumors of a foldable iPad mini 7 that was coming out, and that was later last year. I think at this point we can kind of assume that that is not going to happen. And that's a good and bad thing. I am a very staunch advocate for Apple changing up their ways of designing. I feel like a lot of the iPads and specifically the iPhones have become a little bit stale and boring compared to the competition. So while a foldable iPad mini is something that I wish would happen, I just don't think so. And more specifically, I'm just using a little bit of logic. Like, think about it. If Apple just updated the iPad mini 6 in 2021, which, yeah, it does feel like a long time ago, but in terms of the design language, that was a big change that they did compared to the iPads of the past. So this iPad mini 7 will probably look a lot similar to the iPad mini 6. There will be one big change in terms of the design, and it's more functional than anything, and it has to do with the camera. According to the latest leaks and rumors surrounding the iPad mini 7, Apple will actually be changing the camera location on the upcoming iPad minis so that it makes it a lot easier when you're on conference calls. It doesn't look like you're looking to the side, which again has always been annoying. Let's talk about the speed and the chip inside the iPad mini 7. It looks like the iPad mini 7 will be jumping from the A15 chip to the A17 chip, which is a big improvement. It makes things like gaming, editing photos, editing videos, all a little bit quicker and speedier on the iPad. But not to mention, it also means that the iPad will last a little bit longer in terms of security and iPad OS updates. A lot of people were hoping for it to get the M1 chip, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. I'm really hoping that it does have the ability to plug into an external monitor without the black bars and give you the ability to do things like edit videos and photos and all that kind of stuff on a different monitor. This, I think, will be a really good seller if Apple did increase its compatibility with other external monitors, meaning that you could do a lot more high productive tasks on the iPad mini 7 through a display, and then keep the other things like reading books for on the couch and lounging around to the iPad's display itself. There has been a lot of talk of the iPad mini 7 getting a larger display and an OLED 120Hz display. I'm willing to bet that that's not going to happen on the iPad mini 7. It doesn't make sense for them to put 120Hz on the iPad mini 7 when the iPad Air, which is probably more expensive, is not going to have the display because it will cannibalize the iPad Pro sales. Now, one thing that I'm very excited to hear about, Apple will be finally updating the storage on the iPad mini 7. So right now it comes in at a measly 64 gigs, which is garbage. Like, it's not even enough to do a lot of things. The OS will take up a majority of that space. Apple will be upgrading the iPad mini 7 to come in with a 128 gig base storage model, meaning that you can add a lot more photos, games, and do all that stuff, have more apps on the iPad mini 7. All right, so let's talk about why you clicked on this video today. Why is the iPad mini 7 delayed? Apple was on track to announce the new iPads last month, but according to Mark Gurman, Apple wants the latest software on all of their iPads before they can ship, and there has been a delay with developing and releasing that software. Gurman is also stating that there has been some production issues with the newer iPads that are affecting its release date as well. I personally think that the iPad Air and the iPad Pro were the ones that Apple was going to release in the fall. And because those are delayed, it has like a butterfly effect that will delay any other iPads, including the iPad mini 7 that I think was going to come out in the fall. Now, of course, there is conflicting rumors stating that Apple has actually been waiting to release all the iPads at one time. And then even if that was the case, if a couple of them are going to be delayed because of display issues that we're hearing about, then that means that any other iPad that was going to be released with those iPads are also delayed. Mumbo jumbo aside, when can we expect the new iPads? Gurman is claiming that the new iPads will actually come out in May of 2024. Now, regarding the price, Apple is expected to release the new iPad mini 7 at the exact same price as the iPad mini 6. That means that we can expect that the base model will come in at $499 US, which is a very good price. I don't expect them to raise it by too much. So I am looking forward to the iPad mini 7, and personally that is the iPad I'm waiting for. Let me know down below what iPad you're looking forward to the most. Is it the iPad mini 7, or are you looking at any other options? And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to enter the giveaway along with your comment as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.